Good evening and a very warm welcome to all of you. You're watching No Reservation with myself, Aisha Alam Khan. Karachiites have seen Karachi change over the last few years, and that is all down to one man who single-handedly worked really hard to make that happen. He is, however, a very, very serious man. But tonight is about no reservations. It's about getting him to chill a little bit, if we can manage that. And that is what I'm going to attempt right here tonight. Stay with me to watch it. No reservations, I'm Aisha Alam Khan. Good to have you here with us. Welcome back. You are watching No Reservations with myself, Aisha Alam Khan. Now, this is a gentleman who I've met before on another show that I've hosted, and it's always a pleasure to have him on the show. His dedication to his work, his commitment to his people, his word. And this is a man who believes that actions speak much louder than words, something that I believe in strongly as well. I'm a huge admirer of his. I'm talking, of course, about the gentleman who is the Mayor of Karachi, Syed Mustafa Kamal. Kamal Sahab, it is wonderful to have you on the show. Thank you for joining us.
Lovely.
It is no reservations, so I'm going to cut right down to it. What does it mean to be a mayor?
Very responsible and a serious man and full with problem.
But do you think maybe that your seriousness as a mayor has now taken over Mustafa Kamal completely, and Mustafa does not have any fun anymore?
I used to be the serious guy as a Mustafa Kamal too. Yeah, I have never been.
आपने कभी sugar नहीं लगाई?
नहीं, sugar लगाई बहुत limited and बहुत limited लोगों के साथ. I have been always very choosy in selecting friends and my gatherings. But this job has given me more serious because your thoughts and your ideas and your knowledge and your information is full with all the problems.
Yes,
everybody calls you to give you problems.
Yes.
Nobody calls you to.
As I said, we were talking before the show started. I said, you know, अब ये हाल है because you've made yourself so popular in Karachi that अगर एक मक्खी भी उड़ जाती है, तो कमाल साहब को पता है मक्खियाँ आप लाई थी, आपने क्यों नहीं किया इसके बारे में कुछ? मतलब does that happen? I mean, do you feel
people
sometimes?
have hopes and that has emerged and people have hope from the people whom they feel doing something for them.
Yes.
They did not have this sort of feeling in my first year of my tenure. Definitely it wasn't there. People used to criticize me like anything, and they used to call me a road digger. And I really did it. I dug up the whole Karachi at one time. But the way they have seen me working and my team working, day, night, morning, and the way projects have been completed, in a very short span of time. That's what people they had given the satisfaction level and confidence in hearts and minds of the people, that they have seen in their life first time that things are happening and completing.
Now you are Cheetah Khan of Karachi.
Not Cheetah Khan. Actually, I'm what I tell you, Aisha, that hopes and that expectation gives me more responsible, makes me more responsible and more cautious and more serious.
Okay.
Because now I'm afraid. I mean, everybody is having hope and everybody is expecting that I can.
You're the wonder boy
in their mind, I have become a Superman, that I can do everything. Whereas I cannot do everything. I'm a human being.
I think it was very commendable, and my producer, she was also, commending you on that as well. How when the rains came and Karachi got flooded out again, and there was this huge uproar. Okay, now why? We've gone through the expenses, we've borne the inconvenience, but you came forward and you apologized, and then you got into action, got your team into action, and got everything clarified. And that is the big thing. कि कोई आगे आके apologize करे. बहुत बड़ी बात.
Why not? I mean, even nobody whose fault is that, but even a single soul who lives here in Karachi gets in trouble, due to any reason. I think as a responsible personality and responsible post, that's my job to apologize.
Spoken like a politician. Now let me take you back in history, because this is about getting to know you.
Okay.
You said you were always a very serious person, and you were always a very serious boy. You joined MQM very early in life. You were how old?
I think 16, 17 years.
So as a 16-year-old boy, who's you said you were not into sugar. You were really not. You were very careful about who you chose as your friends. Did that come after you joined politics or before you joined?
No, before definitely before.
And why politics? Because
I did not join politics, to be very honest with you. I mean, I have joined.
You joined the party.
That I joined one movement. When we were playing cricket and somebody came and our elder came and said, okay, there's a person whose name is Mr. Tawus, and he has come there on that particular chalk, and where we were playing cricket. So let's.
But at that point, were you going out of sugar or?
No, out of it was a burden on us that somebody has come and stopped our cricket. Not as a mehman.
Oh, they've taken over your cricket ground?
Yeah, cricket ground.
Okay.
Not a cricket ground. We used to play on the road at that time. First time I heard him, and I saw a man who's talking my language, who's talking my problem, and he looks like me.
Right.
He did not come in a very big car and so many gunmen and all. He was a simple middle class member and talking about my problem. That's what actually has attracted
that's what connected
me on my mind from the very that childhood and that even time when I was 16, 17 years old.
Okay.
And gradually, and that time after 1 year or 1987, there was an election where MQM participated first time ever in the history.
Yes.
And we get to know first time that we should vote for ourselves, in the history. And somebody
that sense of power.
And MQM has selected a guy whom we used to see there in that neighborhood, and he stood for the councillor of that area. So first time we felt that, okay, there is somebody that we have got the power to even vote for our own people.
Yes, there's been a growth, and we've seen it. But, as a young boy, you start out with the ideals, you start out with optimism, you joined this party, and there was a slightly dodgy era of MQM as well, in the early years, when you were hearing the allegations, because you were very young at the time.
Yeah.